Hey guys, Tyro here bringing you another 1v1 today. This is once again a special OCF reward cast. Today we will be seeing wuFF playing as the Soviet Union, matching up against Panzergrenadier Angreifen. Playing as Austria. If you don't know Angreifen, you should know Angreifen. It's got about 1 million games as Axis, and most of those is Austria, so a very prolific Axis player. Very highly ranked, often at the top of the leaderboards. And wuFF is actually the downloader, the contributor, making a very generous contribution and getting his replay cast here. If you don't know about OCF, I've left a link to all the details regarding that in the video description below. So without any further ado, into the game. We see that wuFF went for an early tech structure, special rifle command, maybe thinking scout car. Going for that early tech structure has slowed down his capping slightly, so it's a bit slower getting to his fuel. But we see that Angreifen's actually going for a more center orientated build, hasn't even gone for his fuel yet. Just put down some wire here, which is cunning. I don't think I've ever seen anybody put wire in that particular spot. Quite often see this area wired off, but oh, he's doubling down on his wire. He's now going to wire off this bridge. At the very least, that will require wuFF to get some wire cutters. But it looks like he's going straight to the south, across this avenue, straight for the munitions and victory point down there. See the wuFF is locking down this church in the center of the map with one conscript squad. Fresh conscript squad may go to the north, do some capping up there. MG quickly suppresses that squad of conscripts, and they're trying to crawl out of its arc of fire. Maybe successful. Here comes some grenadiers to try and keep them suppressed. See some combat engineers versus pioneers and grenadiers in the south. They're quickly going to have to retreat. No way they can win that. Grenadiers just trying to keep these conscripts suppressed. They are behind heavy cover. There's a good chance that they will come out of suppression here. It will come down to luck though, really. Yep, here they go out of suppression, and they start tearing these greens to shreds now. Angreifen's trying to move his MG forwards to actually fire upon this church. And it's going to have to reposition it now to a slightly safer arc to stop it getting flanked down the cemetery. And Angreifen now has completed his barbed wire fortress, locking off this avenue as well. It's going to make it very hard for wuFF to get around unless he does go for the scout car, which he has. And that should be able to crush through that barbed wire without too many issues. In fact, he's running that straight to the center. He has upgraded his combat engineers here with a flamethrower.
Area secured. Contact! Enemy machine gun! We have flamethrowers.
MG continues to occupy this garrison, preventing any advances.
You have orders for us?
This car now moving to the south. Probably going to try to crush some of this wire.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
There it goes. And I wonder if he's going to rotate his conscripts, so maybe... Actually, he can't really, because there's this grenadier squad sitting in this garrison. He's going to have to bring his scout car for support and risk getting it fausted. Angreifen's now bringing in some more grenadiers and a mortar. But I think his grenadiers here are going to have to retreat. Trying to hide behind the garrison, trying to avoid retreating for a a wee while, but he's to retreat. Here's Panzerfaust. No, he cancelled it. Nicely done there. MG advances into this garrison now. This is probably the only time you'd ever use this garrison from this side, if you've got an MG. And that one window is all you really need firing. He's just tearing this conscript squad here to shreds. Oh, that was a nasty mortar shell. This conscript squad's in a lot of trouble now. One man! Is he going to get out? Has he forgotten about it? Oh, wow! He jumped out just as that shell was landing. There was incredible timing there. Lucky that that MG42 kind of repositioned, I think, otherwise it might have gone down to MG fire. Scout cars in the flank and quickly crits down that Grenadier squad, but down goes the scout car, knocked out by the MG fire. And none of those common engineers even got damaged in that. That was a lucky break there for wuFF. Common engineers forced away there. Conscripts put down some sandbags, but Grenadiers get around to their flank here, so they won't be able to make the most of that cover that they could just constructed. And now there's only one window out of this side of the house here, the left hand side. The Grenadiers should be able to win this. 4 men firing versus 1 man, despite the cover bonus. MG's now going to occupy this garrison here in the south. We see quite an early fuel cache from wuFF. So he's definitely going to have a large fuel advantage over Angreifen, at least in the early game. Here comes 222. Conscripts quickly forced to retreat there. Do see anti-tank grenades though from wuFF, so he will have that going for him at the very least to try and counter that scout car. Because of course he doesn't have tier 2, having gone for the special rifle command. So no AT guns, at least for the moment. Unless he decides to side tech. But I think it's more likely he's just going to tick up to tier 3. So it's an MG bunk actually going down here for Angreifen. That's an odd choice, and we also see some S mines down around here. It's really trying to lock down the centre.
The bunker has been approved with an MG42.
Seems to be working out for him pretty well so far. Pretty much no victory points have drained from either side. Scout car takes AT grenade and is forced back. I see some Panzer Grenadiers here now from Angreifen. Conscripts across, try and get him close. Does he have Molotovs? No. So that engagement went incredibly poorly there for wuFF. Oh, and if he loses the squad on retreat, Panzer Grenadiers trying to do their job. Oh, he just rounds that corner behind the fence. Angreifen was a little bit quicker. I think he might have been able to get those conscripts there on retreat. Oh, and that's a lucky mortar shell there. Detonates a mine. We do see that the 222 is receiving repairs in Angreifen's base. He'll also put down a medic bunker. Panzer Grenadiers, first common engineers with the flamer. Panzer Grenadiers win the day. These conscripts are probably going to end up mopping up what was left of the Panzer Grenadier squad. 222's at the top once more, has received repairs, just kiting those conscripts. Doesn't want to take another anti-tank grenade, especially with more conscripts nearby. Could follow up with another AT grenade and knock the 222 out. We see T70 now from wuFF. Here it comes. Oh, a bit of an issue with the 222's pathing there. It's now in a bit of a hazardous position. And 222 didn't really get much done. I suppose it soaked up an AT grenade and prevented a bit of harassment in the north, but I don't know if he got his money's worth out of the 222 so far. And it's not going to be much use against the T70. T70 now forcing that machine gun to retreat. Detonating a few of those east mines. Here comes Pack from Angreifen. Looks like he's going to roll that straight into the city, and he's going to send some shreked up Panzer Grenadiers to the north. That's how he's going to split his forces. And whilst he hasn't had very good fuel control so far this match, he has had pretty good VP control and munitions control, so he's picking his poison between fuel or VPs and munition. Oh, T70 is an issue. In trouble, I mean to say, and does manage to get away from that follow-up pack shot. Engineers forced retreat there. In come the conscripts though. Main gun destroyer on the 222. There's nothing to stop these conscripts from just shredding this 222 here. Actually, they're switched over to the mortar. Nice Molotov there. Could go down. Yep, there it goes. Looks like he wants to steal it with those conscripts maybe. He jumps in the garrison to stall for a bit whilst the Molotov runs out. Company engineers get pinned by the MG bunker. Here comes the T70. He's coming back to the front lines once more. He knows where the pack is. He's got sight from this garrison. He's trying to knock out that MG bunker desperately. One more shot and it's going to go down. Pack's trying to get around the corner. Pack is in a vulnerable spot. Oh, but the Shreks from the north take out the T70. Pack goes down though, and that may get stolen. MG42's here to try and prevent that from happening, but no luck, and that's definitely good luck for wuFF. If he manages to get that pack to safety, he does have to contend with these Panzer Grenadiers here. And it's lucky that he gets a pack, because he wasn't going to be able to build a ZIS from his own buildings. Handy for him to pick up an AT gun from his opponent. And of course the pack is just such a powerful AT gun at that. Great rate of fire, and of course its Vet 1 ability, target weak point, incredibly strong. As Grenadiers do manage to chase down that mortar, but it's in a pretty favourable position for wuFF, and he should be able to recrew that once more. As Grenadiers can't stick around here for much longer though. Conscripts and flamethrowers. In goes a bundle grenade. Yeah, I think this conscript squad should be able to recrew that mortar and get it to safety once more. Oh, Panzer Grenadiers in a bit of trouble there. Grenadiers coming now from the north. In comes some shock troops though, they're going to come around the hedge. It's going to be a bit of an ambush on these Grenadiers, right in close range. Quickly forces them to retreat. MG has moved quite close to the centre. In fact, too close. He's in range of this garrison. Out goes a smoke grenade to try to cover these shock troops up. But it also covers up the MG from the flamethrower fire. Pioneers sticking around trying to keep these shock troops suppressed for when the smoke runs out, so they can receive another barrage from this MG, and it was successful. 222 still alive though. but it's not much use. It's still got main gun destroyed. I don't know what he was hoping to achieve there. Just keeps inching this MG42 back, and ultimately pins that shock troop squad. Didn't want to receive a grenade there. Shock troop grenade's pretty good at wiping MGs. The LMG Grenadiers here in the north though have taken wuFF's cut-off, so he's going to have no munitions income coming through. First shot from the stolen mortar on these LMG Grenadiers. Taking a lot of conscript fire here though. Should be able to get away here, I think. See, Angreifen has made another mortar, so mortar is definitely a big feature of the strategy, and another pack. It still hasn't slipped to doctrine. We do see shock rifle frontline from wuFFF, which is pretty good on this map. Shock troops pretty good around this urban area here in the centre, and incendiary barrage. Rock solid ability, and of course the IS-2. Always a solid tank. See, the wuFFF has managed to get the cut off here of Angreifen, so now he's returning the favour of the munitions being cut off. He's actually put a mine down here as well. I think Angreifen maybe suspects at least a mine, maybe a demo charge. That's why he's not trying to go down there and cap with his Panzergrenadiers. Probably going to send his pioneers down there shortly. Molotov here doing quite a lot of damage to these Grenadiers, forcing them to retreat. Conscripts trying to get in close range for an AT grenade. Will be successful. Oh, nasty mortar shell there. That Panzergrenadier squad lucky to escape with its life. Common engineers get up close and personal, and shock troops trying to do the same. Another squad of Panzergrenadiers from Angreifen. This is interesting. You don't usually see many Panzergrenadiers. Oh! Actually, I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it was. It's lucky that that squad only received one loss. Do see the pioneers were in the south there and defused that mine without too many issues. See Angreifen now capping this standard resource point. And rotating to the north, trying to shut down this harassment of his fuel. wuFFF has been pretty good at harassing the fuel so far. It's definitely pulled out a fuel lead. Somewhat mitigated by the fact that his T-70 died quite early, but still nice to see. See that Angreifen has ticked all the way straight to tier 4. Is now producing his tier 4 structure, so might be seeing some of the beefier mediums coming up for him shortly. Quite close in terms of fuel to the Panther or the Brumbeer, whichever way he chooses to go. Probably expecting shock rifle frontline though, having seen shock troops, and may choose the Panther to try and battle that, but still quite a few command points away from wuFFF from receiving that tank. Take another S-mine field down here. No, wuFFF doesn't really want to go across there, knowing that he may lose his squad, but doesn't see if sweepers on the squad, so not much he can do about that S-mine field. They have quite a lot of fuel in the bank and still 3 command points away from the IS-2. Well, that's a nasty demo charge there, right behind that heavy cover wall. I hope I get to see that one go off. Does have to be careful though. May have actually been spotted by those sweepers on retreat. Another AT grenade. This thing has soaked up probably 5 AT grenades so far. It just keeps on ticking. So he didn't get his money's worth in terms of damage from it, but maybe in terms of wasted munitions. It's paid for itself. Oh, double Panzer Grenadiers shredding those combat engineers. Now the pack's in a bit of trouble, but here comes the shock troops. He catches them right at the nick of time, vaulting that wall. Shock troops need to be a bit closer than that. But that's the risk he took there. Did he choose to try and close the range and get slightly more DPS out of his SMGs, or did he try and stay still and gain the accuracy bonus from not moving? He chose the accuracy bonus from not moving, and it's really a lose-lose there. Either way, I think he would have lost that battle. If we look at the map, it's kind of a hodgepodge of capping right now. We see these conscripts here capping in the south, and these ones up here doing some harassment once more. Angreifen now moving his troops to the north to prevent that harassment. Combat engineers putting down a mine under mortar fire. This could turn out poorly, but the shell was well off target. Now it's time for a bit of mortar on mortar crime, it looks like. Oh, that was a nice shell there. So I think that 222 has paid for itself now. It's done some nice work at chasing away lone conscript squads here from the north. And no, that does get swept in fact. So does that mine.
We are losing a sector.
Combat engineers coming out for a flank on this MG, but they're quite low on health already. Oh, he just sets off that demo charge, and it may have been from the pioneer fire in fact. Oh, and down goes that combat engineer squad there. That's a shame. It's a nice trick there, setting off that demo. Wiped out 2 of those squad members. Conscripts here probably going to lose this battle against LMG Greens and the scout car. The stolen pack hasn't seen much action. Could probably rotate that to the north and try and get some hits on this 222. Probably also needs to put some mines down on this road as well. I don't think the sweepers have been up there very often. Here comes the Panzer Grenadier cluster. Quite effective moving them together as a team. Just in the nick of time to stop that cap. And they're under mortar fire as well, so this could even the score here. 2 squads against 1, but once again off slightly too far away for shock troops SMGs to be at their maximum effectiveness. And the Panzer Grenadiers doing a pretty good job at that mid-range. Looks like that maybe was a mine there, and the 222's tanked that. Here comes the IS-2 though. It's going to finish the job. Out of control. Do see a T, oh, I mean not T-34-76, a Su-76 here to support this IS-2. Angreifen has selected close air support. And, what has he done with that? Okay, he is building a Panther. I was wondering what he was doing with his fuel. Quite late though as well. I mean, he could have built that a few minutes ago. Kind of just reacting now to what wuFF is doing with his IS-2. Molotov forcing a reposition from the NG-42, but here comes the IS-2. Oh, but that first shot hits that wall there. Unsuccessful shot. Here comes the pack trying to find a line to fire upon that IS-2. Second shot hits the remnants of the wall. That wall soaking up some nice IS-2 hits so far. IS-2's advancing, maybe slightly wary there could be telemines in this area. It's quite a popular spot for mines. Not advancing any further. Maybe trying to catch the squad here on retreat though. Slightly clumsy turret rotation. Oh, he just slightly off target there on that shot. Did quite a lot of damage, but didn't quite knock out that Pioneer squad. Semoisky dispatched to the south there to run over that S-mine field, get rid of that. Probably should run over that wire there as well. I suppose having that wire there does also prevent harassment of his fuel, so maybe that's why he's deciding to keep it there. So now both these Panzergrenadiers have Shreks, and Shreks could be quite effective in this close quarters map against vehicles. You just have to be careful because those 4-man squads are quite liable to get wiped by IS-2 shells or other similar high explosive delights. It's an anti-tank strafe coming in on the IS-2. You can see the effect of that increased delay from this patch. Coming much slower, Panther advances, trying to pounce on the wounded IS-2, but the pack is in a nice position to prevent that from happening. Conscripts maybe trying to get an AT grenade off. Do not. And now this SU-76 is in trouble from the pack, trying to desperately get around this hedgerow. It's having a bit of issues with the pathing. In come the shock troops though, preventing these Panzergrenadiers from advancing. Now they both have Shreks. Their anti-infantry potential is very low. Forced retreat there by the shock troops. Shock troops don't really have much to worry about. Oh, and they clear the pack, throwing that grenade over the hedge. Panther trying to use its pintle mount MG. SU-76 getting a cheeky shot down through this narrow gap here. And Pack also trying to fire upon the Panther. MG-42's just tearing those shock troops up. Conscripts maybe trying to throw a Molotov once more on the MG. It does reposition slightly. It's under mortar fire. We do see wuFF has sent this conscript squad here to the north to harass the fuel once more. He's really being diligent about harassing that fuel. Is he going to steal another pack though? It's going to be a big blow for Angreifen's Panther. That's the last thing you want to face with your Panther. The highest penetrating anti-tank gun. Panther relies so heavily on its frontal armour. No, looks like that pack will be recruited. Did do that with his Pioneers though, and that will delay the repairs of his Panther, but it's definitely worth it to avoid losing that pack. Looks like a anti-infantry strafe coming in, and wuFF just decides to get out of dodge. Shrek squads on the flank of this SU-76. Left it there barraging for too long. Down it goes. Double Shreks on the prowl. IS-2 has completed repairs though. That's the effect of having two common engineers. They repair quite quickly. Trying to return the favour on those Panzergrenadiers. IS-2's on the prowl here. Oh, nasty hit there. Clears that mortar. Okay, so next major fuel expenditure from Angreifen is the Bombardier. We'll have to see how that goes. Very potent anti-infantry, of course, but it can be quite clumsy manoeuvring it around the city without a turret. We'll have to see how he uses it. Shock troops here in the north, facing a 2v1 though, putting up a smoke to try and hide their advance so they don't take too much bleed. Try and close in on those grenadiers. Stuka dive bomb. Oh wow! Destroys the mortar, in fact. Wipes the pack. That was a nasty one. Slightly late reaction there from wuFF, who's now actually putting down quite a few mines here in the centre. Angreifen being very diligent with the sweepers, so it's been pretty good with them the whole game. Avoided many tricky traps so far. Looks like he wants to do some sweeping with that squad. He was going to crew that mortar, but he wants to get rid of those mines first. Looks like he's trying to use his Panther to fire upon that revealed mine. Not having much luck though. Engineers briefly scout what's coming across the bridge and decide to get the hell out of Dodge. Sweepers now revealed the second mine. Those two rumbling forwards. Takes Panther shot from the side. Couple of pack shots on the Panther. Both are gonna just back off. Don't want to overinvest. Shrek squad's coming down this shop locker though. We perhaps should expect this. This is the same move that Angreifen pulled off on his Su-76. Looks like he may be about to do it once more on the IS-2. Instead, sending those troops to do some capping here in the south. I suppose he is cut off from his munitions point at the moment. Those two trying to fire upon that pack. First shot from Brombear. Takes a side hit from the IS-2 there. Oh, that shell. I don't know how those shock troops survived there. Oh, well, these look like direct hits, but they're just not doing any damage to these shock troops at all. Takes another side hit, this time from a pack gun. And wow, everything is penetrating. This Sturmpanzer has a lot of armor. I'm surprised that all of these shots have penetrated so far. I mean, not as much as the Panther, but
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
I suppose that's the power of the pack turned against the Axis own tanks.
A squad of pioneers has arrived.
See, a half-track has been fielded by wuFF just to reinforce his own troops and team weapons on the front lines. Sturmpanzer tearing into these conscripts. Oh, that was close. That was really close, alright. Continues to do a really good job of harassing this fuel. Angreifen just have to dispense squads up here time and time again. Down go the sandbags though. Conscripts around to close range, but they're definitely going to lose this one now, especially with these LMG greens coming up on the flank. In fact, they may go down here and retreat. Angreifen moving slightly, trying to catch them on the negative cover road, I believe. But it looks like they're going to retreat along the bush line there, staying out of negative cover. Slight error there by Angreifen, perhaps expecting them to come across this way instead of traversing that bush line. Sturmpanzer firing over this garrison here at these combat engineers placing this mine, and once more, just like the mortar. Oh! At least he knocked out the mine there. I thought that was going to go horribly wrong for those combat engineers. So it looks like wuFF's going to rely on Su-76 support, and that's not a bad idea. Su-76 is pretty cheap and pretty high penetration values, so will be able to duke it out against these tanks, but will be very susceptible to just about everything. Go down to 2 pack shots. And you got to worry about these Shrek squads as well. Very flimsy tank, but quite a strong gun. CMG42 has really been excellent for Angreifen all game. Now, moving with this conscripts. Just trying to cause a bit of terror to Angreifen's lines, try and push them back a bit further. If we look at the victory point situation, we do see wuFF on 380, Angreifen on just over 300 now. SC-76 barrage on not much. Pack has moved up slightly, finding a line on the Panther. Here comes the IS-2 from the side. Looks like he's... I'm not sure what he's doing here. Of course, well, stern pads is not that great against heavy tanks and cruise shot vehicles, so gotta be careful about that. Big blows exchanged here. Pack and SC-76 from the north, IS-2 from the side. Just dueling it out here. Pack may get another shot off. No, he's resetting it up, trying to move it forwards, trying to find a line on their Panther. I think he might have lost his sight there. In come the Shrek squads though from the side. Do heaps of damage to their IS-2. Shock troops are there for support. In comes the quad mount now. Maybe gonna try and chase down these squads on retreat. Manages to get one. Decides not to advance any further, knowing that it would go down to a Pack and Panther quite quickly. So some tricky maneuvers there from Angreifen. Nice ambush from the Shrek squads to try and knock down that IS-2. But nice awareness from wuFF there. Nice support of his IS-2 with the shock troops. And he almost took out that Panther as well. It'll be out of commission for a while. Shock troops advancing. Nice barrage there. Throws a grenade over through the smoke. Oh, that mortar team so low in health. I think that's the lowest amount of health I've seen for people that haven't taken something like a white phosphorus. Two squad members and to have that low health, that's crazy. AT strafe once again easily dodged by wuFF. And plane actually got shot down there by the quad mount. Not before it delivered its payload though. Conscripts, I don't know how they won that one in the north there. Perhaps Angreifen panicked when he heard grenade and just retreated. Quad mount now chasing them down on retreat. Probably going to go down here. Still got to run a bit of a gauntlet through these conscripts. Oh, when they drop their LMG, that's a bad break for Angreifen. And a nice for wuFF. It's going to be a very strong conscript squad from here on out. Angreifen has rebuilt those Panzergrenadiers with their Shreks. So it's definitely part of his strategy here on Semoisky. And for that mobile anti-tank. Whoa, look at that! AT grenade penetrates the frontal armor of the Panther, damaging its engine. Now Angreifen's really having trouble getting out of his base.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Starting to see the beginnings of maybe the old Semoisky pin. Oh, look at that SC-76 shell! Down goes that MG42, and that was probably MVP of the game so far. That thing had been ripping up, but just like that, one high explosive barrage shell bites the dust. Here comes stern panzer. It's up to Vet 1 now, 11 kills. No, I don't know what it's up to here. It's doing a bit of a tricky maneuver. What is this? What is this? I don't even know. Once more, wuFF doing some really nice harassment of the fuel. Oh, that MG. It's just getting wiped again and again. Pack's now finally up to Vet 1. We'll be able to make use of the target weak point. Panther getting bold. I mean, he's got a damaged engine, trying to move to counter harass the north. Angreifen's actually gone for a Panzer wuFF. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I mean, I don't think it's going to work, but I wish him all the best. Well, that was a good shell from the stern panzer there. But Su-76 barrage also doing some nice work. Panzer wuFF barrage almost knocks out the pack there, but wuFF is going to be able to reinforce that on the front lines thanks to his half track. Panther's still waiting for some Pioneer 11. Needs to get that engine back online ASAP. Could maybe even consider going for a third squad Pioneers now. Doesn't have much space left in his population cap though. Oh no, is that MG42 now going to be stolen? Oh, what's going on here with this mortar? I think that's bugged out. Two squad members over there. Econ pass shot down there by the quad mount. AT stroke does quite a lot of damage to the Su-76. Slightly off target though, and a light sprinkling on the pack there as well.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Stern Panzer trying to follow up on that, but pack has now repositioned to safety. KV-8 now in the north though, chasing down these Grenadiers.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
That's a nice job. Panthers. Oh, it's gonna run into this Panther here though, and Panther's engine is now online once more. This could be a dead KV-8. He's going deep with it, just blasting away at these Pioneers. Oh, he just roasted them all. Oh, oh my God! This is just a ballsy KV-8 here, diving straight through the Axis lines. Nice path blocking there from Angreifen though, and that KV-8's now just switching targets back to the Panzer Grenadiers, but they do manage to escape. Here comes the IS-2, blasting away at the stern panzer. Here comes the pack as well. IS-2's now up to Vet 2 though. He's using prioritised vehicles, wants to focus entirely on the tanks of Angreifen. Panther's also up to Vet 2. Target weak point on both tanks, in fact. They're both stunned in front of each other, not up to much. Panzer wuFF barrage probably on the stolen pack. No, it's kind of on around this area. It's weird barrage. Doesn't land a single shell on the pack. And that's what I was saying about going for the Panzer wuFF earlier. I wish them luck, but it hasn't been very successful. Pack advancing. I mean, this is bold play here. He's about to take a high explosive barrage from this Su-76, and down goes the pack. And Angreifen is now fielding a third Pioneer squad, but both his tanks are going to be out of commission for quite a long time. And I believe wuFF is going to establish a triple cap shortly. Desperately trying to recrew his pack, but in comes the incendiary barrage. Down goes the Su-76. IS-2 takes a walloping, but Incendiary barrage just knocks out the pack, knocks out the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat. Nice work there from wuFF. Honestly, I'm surprised Angreifen didn't try to go through the north at some point. He's definitely made it easy for wuFF, just pointing his AT gun at this road the entire game. And I don't think the Panzerwerfer was really the best choice. Didn't see much of anything out of that. 6 kills so far. It does have quite a lot to fire upon now that that MG42 has been stolen, and of course pack is always a nice target for it. Oh, LMG versus LMG here. Panther is repaired. Takes a target weak point shell though. And just deflects that. And doesn't manage to deflect it. Man, this pack is firing so quickly now. Oh, that Panzerwerfer just cannot kill the stolen pack. And that Vet 3 pack is so nasty. You got such a high rate of fire. wuFF now trying to steal the pack right from under this Panther. Turns it around, maybe just going to try to get a cheeky shot off. Does so, but does not penetrate. IS-2's just about back to full health. Steam Panzer turns his attention to the stolen pack. Nice opening shell there. Oh, and clears it. Nicely done there by the Stern Panzer. That thing's got a pretty good rate of fire. Oh, he's actually using the bunker busting barrage. I was wondering how he's firing that so quickly. So a nice use of the bunker busting barrage there from Angreifen. You don't see the Stern Panzer often to begin with. Even more rare to see the bunker busting barrage. Angreifen really feeling the heat now of the triple cap. Doesn't have much time left to make something happen. It's going to recrew that pack. That's on super low health though. As soon as that gets decrewed, that's dead. Doesn't have much manpower left in the bank either to do anything else with. Here comes the Panther. Takes the pack shot. It's going to go toe to toe with the IS-2. IS-2's receiving repairs though from these combat engineers. Pack versus pack. IS-2 versus Panther. Conscious coming in for an AT grenade. Damages engine. Stern Panzer slightly off target. In comes the pack from the north. Shock troops just in here causing a whole bunch of chaos. Taking a whole bunch of friendly fire though from the incendiary barrage. Molotov going off on the Stern Panzer there. I think it was a mistake, probably meant for the AT grenade. And there it goes finally. Both Angreifen's tanks on super low. Under pack fire, under IS-2 fire. Down goes the Stern Panzer, down goes the Panther, and I think that's going to be the game. Sinkera detected. Well, it was a solid performance by both players. Interesting strategy from Angreifen to ignore his fuel in the early game, use his pioneers to try and wire off key points and focus more on the munitions. Ultimately though, he was outgunned, kind of got pinned at his base, couldn't make it across the bridge, and Panzerwerfer really didn't help him out too much. As for wuFF, solid play all round, nice mix of tier 3 units, great use of shock troops, and was quite diligent in dealing with these Panzer Grenadiers, trying to flank his tanks. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. Thanks to wuFF for donating so much to Operation Charlie Fox, and if you'd like to donate yourself, please check the description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.